Our enemy, as you no doubt will know, is Satan. Our study therefore can't start anywhere else. He is the dark being known as the father of lies, rebellion, disobedience, and chaos. He is the source of all evil, but this was not always the case. In Isaiah 14 we are informed that Satan was once a radiant archangel called Lucifer. In its Latin root, the word Lucifer means the one who brings light, and in Hebrew it means the morning star. In 2 Corinthians 11:4 we are told that even today Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. This is an important point to kick off with, as we tend to think that if we saw Satan he would have an obviously evil appearance and would be easily recognizable. When you hear the name, you are probably picturing a demonic figure with red skin, a trident, horns, and tail. The truth is that if we saw Satan, he would have at the very least a neutral appearance, and if we can go a stage further, it is far more likely he would even appear strangely attractive to human eyes. There is further evidence for this when we consider that in the last days, when the Antichrist appears on the world stage, the Bible suggests he will have a handsome appearance that will be part of the charm that draws people to him. His physical appearance will be part of his deception. In Ezekiel 28:12-13, we get an insight into the physical beauty that Lucifer possessed. You were the model of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. The sardius, topaz and diamond, beryl, onyx and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald with gold. The workmanship of your timbrels and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created. The Hebrew meaning of timbrels and pipes is not certain, but it is widely accepted by biblical scholars that Lucifer was probably responsible for orchestrating the worship of heaven, and hence this apparent reference to musical instruments. He was a musical genius. Later we will discover that he continues to use his skill in this area as a means of captivating people to this day. It was Satan's beauty that caused him to fall to pride. We are told that at some point he became so taken with his own glory that he sought to make himself equal with God and turned in rebellion against his Creator. You said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. It is sometimes easy to fall into the trap of thinking that Satan is some kind of equal but opposite force to God. Certainly, he would like to portray himself in this way, and equality with God is his ambition, but in fact, as a created being, he is at the very most on a level with the archangels. Scripture suggests that when Lucifer rebelled and fell from heaven, he undermined the loyalty of 1/3 of God's angels, and they fell with him. We call these fallen angels demons, and they make up Satan's spiritual army around the world. How did he manage to persuade some angels to follow him? Ezekiel 28 gives the answer. You were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of the fiery stones. You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created, till iniquity was found in you. By the abundance of your trading, you became filled with violence within, and you sinned. Therefore I cast you as a profane thing out of the mountain of God, and I destroyed you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the fiery stones. He won them round by the abundance of his trading. This is often mistranslated as something to do with commercial activity, buying and selling. The word trading actually comes from the Hebrew that means to go up and down as a talebearer or secret agitator. Today we call it campaigning or lobbying. That is how Lucifer alienated the loyalty of the angels, by going back and forth amongst them, whispering in their ears and sowing seeds of disaffection. He portrayed God as a tyrant and offered the angels a higher place in his kingdom if they agreed to join him in rebellion. This same word trading is used in other parts of the Bible, and it gives us further insight into his methods. In Leviticus 19:16 we read, You shall not go about as a talebearer among your people. This verse describes a slanderer, a person who brings false accusations and insinuations. Lucifer falsely accused God of being a despot, a tyrant who cared only for his own grandeur and glory, with no appreciation of these angels who were faithfully serving him. In Proverbs 20:19, there is another instance of the same word. He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with the one who flatters with his lips. This verse closely associates tale-bearing with flattery. Lucifer used flattery amongst the angels in order to convert them to his cause. In Jeremiah 6:28 and Ezekiel 22:9, the word is translated as slanderer. He slandered God's name. It is the same Hebrew word, a person who goes to and fro, sowing disaffection and disloyalty by using flattery and misrepresenting authority. So God cast Satan out of heaven along with a third of the angels. Where are they now? Another misconception here is that he now resides in hell. The Bible makes it clear that he is not yet there and that he is still operating here on earth. Satan is currently the ruler with authority in the region of the air. Now there are two Greek words for air. One of them gives us the English word ether, and the other gives us the English word air. Ether is the higher, rarer atmosphere. Air, AER, is the lower atmosphere contiguous with the Earth's surface. Satan operates in the air, the AER. He is the ruler of the realm of authority contiguous with the surface of the earth. Ephesians states that from this position he is the spirit who now works in the sons of disobedience. Satan is at work in all those who are disobedient to God. We have only two options in this life. We can either be in God's territory or in Satan's territory. There is no third option. If we are submitted to God's appointed ruler, Jesus, we have the right to be in God's kingdom. If we have rejected or not accepted Jesus, we are in Satan's kingdom because we are sons of disobedience. Satan has legitimate authority over all those who are in rebellion against God. He rules over rebels.